Okay, here's question 1. Diagram shows this function, so x squared over 2 plus 2a over x, where x cannot be equal to 0. It has a vertical asymptote at x equals k. Anytime you have a problem that says write down the value, it means you should just be able to write it down. And literally in this case, they're talking about what's the vertical asymptote, and the problem is right there, x cannot be equal to 0. So it literally is just k equals 0 for that. Hopefully that's nice and clear. Find the derivative, cool beans. Our original function is, and I'm going to give myself, no, I can do it right here, it's fine. Y equals x squared over 2 plus 2a over x. I'm going to rewrite that, so again, I don't use the equal sign lightly, so this is the same, I'm not getting a derivative yet. I'm just going to write that as 1/2 x squared plus 2a times x to the negative 1. And then keep in mind that 2a is just like a coefficient, it's a multiplier. So now let's get the derivative. The derivative there would be dy dx would be 1/2 times 2 is just 1, so then we get x for that first one. And then here, that negative 1 is going to come down and multiply, and that's going to become a negative 2, so then we would get minus 2a x to the negative 2, which you could rewrite if you wanted to as x minus 2a over x squared, because that negative exponent obviously would put that in the denominator. Okay, then it says at the point where x equals 2, the gradient or the slope of the tangent is 1/2. Find the value of a. So what that means is that if I plug in x equals 2, then this is going to be 1/2. So I'm just going to literally plug in x equals 2 to my derivative. And again, I'm plugging it in to my derivative because the derivative value of x is 2 is going to give me the slope there. So I'm going to plug in dy dx. I'm going to evaluate that at x equals 2, and that's going to give me 2 minus 2a over 2 squared. And I know that that has to be equal to 1/2. So I'm now going to be solving this for a. So I'm going to get 2 minus 2a over 4 is equal to 1/2, which will simplify for me to be 2 minus 1/2. A is 1/2. And if we subtract 2 from both sides, we get negative 1/2 a is equal to negative 1.5, which means that a, if we multiply this, I'm going to rewrite this as 3 over 2. We're going to multiply this by negative 2 over 1, negative 2 over 1. That would give me a 1 over here, and so then those 2's will simplify for me. Those negatives will simplify, and I just get a is equal to 3. Cool? Well, let me know if you have questions about question 1.